Facebook Live now. Hey, what's up?
Hi.
Okay, so keep it real. Keep it on the road. Here we are, Friday, December 15th. And I'm going to talk about the weather. So,
Yes, you are.
I'm going to be a meteorologist today. Honestly,
Don't
I
lie.
didn't even...
Talk about the history of weather.
Oh, God, no. I saw some post that
30
somebody's...
seconds.
Okay, somebody's saying about Florida, that there's going to be... Is there, like, going to be storms in Florida?
Yeah,
Oh.
apparently. And then we're gonna get poured on Sunday.
I know
and
we
Monday.
are. Okay, so I didn't know that. All right, so I can't be a wet weather woman because I'm not in the know at all.
Florida's big driving people getting struck by lightning. Just
Oh, my
just a fact.
God.
10 seconds.
All right, Mr. Negative Nancy.
Talking
Stop
points.
it. Positive Friday. Feel good Friday. Yeah. That's what it is. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in today. I think I came in sideways sliding like into home plate, even though it's not baseball season, but I think that's how I came into the studio today. So I know most of you probably feel the same way. It's the most wonderful time of the year, allegedly, but I'm telling you, everybody's spinning like a top. There's so much to do, so little time to do it. But here we are. Let's get this party started. You're listening to the Financial Chick Show, and I'm the Financial Chick. My name is Denise Nostrom, the CEO and owner of Diversified Financial Solutions, a full-service, independent financial planning firm located in Medford. I'm here live every Friday at 5:30 p.m. on LA News Radio. Your Financial Chick is here to help you make better financial decisions and choices to improve your life and reduce your anxiety and stress about money. If you want to know more about me or my firm, you can check out my website at at financialchickshow.com. You could also, there's also another thing for Diversified too, but financialchickshow.com for my radio listeners. We're also on Facebook and Instagram at Diversified Financial Solutions. So like our pages to get updates and see what is happening. I told you I slid in here sideways. It's just insane. A lot going on. So, I guess in other news, is anybody wondering how the heck we got here? And when I say here, to this day in time, it is December 15th. So even the week, we were going through the week and we got to Thursday and I'm like, wait a minute, how did we get here? So I just feel like there's a bit of a time warp and there's something going on. And even this year, it went so quickly. I remember toasting in the new year for 2023. But like you said, I've said, I think if you've been listening, I'm like so happy to put this year to rest, like let it go. I'm ready to roll. But yes, it's December 15th, which is, it's the last day of Hanukkah. That went quick, that just started too. There's 10 days until Christmas, and just saying that number is giving me anxiety and stress, which is kind of what the show is supposed to not give us, right? But I think we can do this. We're going to do our best anyway. And then there's 11 days till Kwanzaa and 16 days until New Year's Eve and the end of 2025. Like, is that like mind-blowing? We all know we kind of do it, but I actually sat down and I was like calculating the numbers and I'm like, oh my God. I even said to my my office manager, I said, what what is happening? Like, it's mind blowing. But I guess, ready or not, we have to make it happen. So last weekend, we kind of got ourselves motivated finally. We got our tree. We get a real Christmas tree. So we got the tree, we did the Christmas cards. I say we with the tree, but it was me with the cards. Decorate the house, that was a we. And the office, I'll say we because it was actually my daughter and myself that decorated the office. So we did a good portion of the stuff, but I will tell you, I have not bought one Christmas gift yet, which is really harrowing experience. So I really got to get my act together with that. I just still have a lot to do. And I, in speaking to people, that's usually the question that people ask me when I'm talking on during the day at call in, like, so how's Christmas shopping going? And I'm like, yeah, don't ask that question. It's just not a good one. But we got this. Like I said, we're going to make it happen, and we're going to do it. So, but of course, the the week was very busy as usual. Yesterday morning, I was very fortunate to be at my high school, Patrick Mitford High School. I was invited to the Industry Advisory Board meeting, which is an annual meeting that does happen in December. And what we do is a business community comes together, and we introduce ourselves for the students that are in the room, and the students get up and they tell us about the things that they're doing. And it's just amazing. I know I've spoke about it before, but if you're first time listening or hearing about it, they do really wonderful things. They now have a cosmetology course right at the high school. They had a young man talking about plumbing and heating and the things that he's doing there. They have nursing in the school. They have, if you're looking to go into the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, they have classes for that and to educate the students to do that. Really just, it's endless. There's so many things. So I like to come in with knowledge, although that's an important thing, but they really are readying them for whatever it is that they want to do. And listen, we constantly need plumbers, we need electricians, we need to get our hair done, cosmetology, skincare, all of that. So I think they're really, really doing a great job. And in the new year, I did speak to the gentleman that runs the program, and I'm going to have him on the air and let him, because there's no one better than the person that's doing it to explain the program and the positive things that it's doing. And this particular gentleman, Mr. Smiloff from the high school, he also sends me interns. So I get to help students in that way to tell them what about finance is all about and lead them the way into that career if they so desire. So a lot of great things going on there. But with the good, I guess sometimes there's some sadness too. I just heard this week, actually on Wednesday, that one of my clients passed. He was a longtime client, and I've been working with him probably since 1996, almost as long as I've been doing my business. For 1997, I started my business in 1996, but so yeah, John DeAndre, he was 92 years old, but a very vibrant and wonderful man, and definitely a big loss. I know the family and just have a lot of history. And his brother was actually a financial advisor, and I had purchased his book of business when he retired. And Joe actually, I think he passed at the age of 96. So great family, great people. So just a little sad. It's been a tough year, 2023. And just a couple weeks ago, I lost another gentleman, another client who I hadn't worked with as long. It was a practice purchase that I bought in 2020. And he was an executive for JCPenney's, and originally from Port Washington, and he moved down to Dallas, Texas. And he was in his early 80s. I believe he was 82. And he had passed. He had some illnesses that he was dealing with, and he passed the end of November. And there's many that unfortunately that we've had this year, more than I think I've ever had in all my years of being in business. So it's been tough that way. But I just want to say, at least rest in peace to both of these gentlemen. They were both really great men. So I'm sure they're going to go right to heaven. They're good people, very, very good people, and they will be sorely missed. So, but again, we go down, we go up, just like the market. Now, we just finished a week where stocks wrapped up a historic week this week. So I know we've been talking and it's been kind of grim, and September statements were horrible, and I know I've said it, when things go down, they've got to go back up, and to stay with it, and CDs are not the end all be all. Just because you're getting that 4 or 5%, the market will still outpace any type of cash instrument over the long term, and this week really indicated that is the case. So we call it in the industry, it doesn't always happen every year, but we call it a Santa Claus rally, and it certainly has been a Santa Claus rally. And if we can keep this up for the next couple weeks, our December statements are going to really super bypass whatever September woes and sadness that we had. So keep in tune of what's going on, and I think we should be in good shape, unless barring anything crazy for the next 2 weeks. But I think people are starting to check out already. I'm starting to see that. But the Dow was up 2.9% just this week alone, and it was up over 1,000 points. So we haven't seen these levels since February of 2019. So again, it was a very interesting thing. I had a conversation with a client, oh man, the market's gone up so much in the past couple of weeks, I missed it again. I said, listen, here's the deal. What happens in a 5-year period, usually 2 years are not so good and 3 years are good. So the good news is that, we're on a good track, but the reality of it is that, there's still always buying opportunities, and not everything has gone up in the same fashion. So, we're looking at things like I'm meeting with some clients this week, and they had some sector funds, semiconductors up about 45-50%. No joke, crazy. Whereby large cap growth, that's doing pretty good, of anywhere between 28 and 30% year to date. But we're looking at growth, large cap value type of investments have been off this year. Either down or very low gain. So there's still opportunity. There's always opportunity, and you're still gonna have goals, right? So you're still gonna need to invest, and cash is for your cash, goals, but your long-term money is for your retirement, everything like that. But you're listening to the Financial Chick Show. This is Denise Nostrom. The company is Diversified Financial Solutions. I help you look for financial solutions when you feel like there are none. Stay tuned for after the commercials. We'll be back with more. I'm on speed.
Pretty much. I'm sorry about your clients.
I heard this week, and I'm just oh my gosh, it's been a rough year, really rough year. A lot of good people we lost, but this one gentleman, I've known him forever. And again, I was great friends with his brother, and that's how I got him as a client. And it's a big loss,
It's like a 2020 redux of all the tragedies. But
it is, but honestly, I feel like there's been more this year than normal. Certainly, as far as percentages, which I'm a financial chick with numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
As far as percentages, I've had such a high percentage of client loss in terms of death than I've ever had in my whole career, which is weird. So I don't know. I'm ready. Again, 2023. Goodbye. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. It's been rough. So
next year is going to be an exciting year for a lot of reasons.
I like even numbers. 2024 is awesome, right? Mm-hmm. And we're good. I'm going in optimistic, and I'm not going to let anybody knock me down. That's it. Because I've been knocked down for 2-3 years, and I'm not dealing with it anymore. I'm over it. And anybody that aggravates me, they're gone. They're gone. That's all.
Just flow. We have 30 seconds.
Okay, thank you.
Just flow. Just don't care.
We got this, John. We got this. I hope everybody's doing good out there in Facebook land. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I see you. We got Kathy out there. Let's see. Hold on. I don't know who else is out there. Richie, thank you. Maria, thank you for tuning in. 10 seconds. I got to go back live. All right. Welcome back. This is Denise Nostrom, the Financial Chick. My company is in Medford, and you can reach me at 631-758-8691 or visit my website at financialchickshow.com. I'm here to help you on your financial journey. Over the years, things change, and I'm here to help you navigate all of those changes. So before the break, we talked about the stocks wrapping up a historic week, Santa Claus rally in full effect. The Dow alone was up 2.9% this week, along with the NASDAQ and the S&P 500. Everything looking pretty good. I mean, we were looking pretty good before this week, so it's just looking better. It's good to report some good news. And again, most of the year was a little bit lackluster. September was a nightmare. October got better. November was good, and then December, man, it came out of the gate really, really quickly, and it came in hot, which is nice, and we'll take it. But this is through Friday, so it doesn't even include this week. But the S&P 500 year to date's up over 21%, almost 22%. The Dow Jones up about 12%. The NASDAQ 38.7%. The Russell 2000 8.36. Foreign stocks up 13.58, and emerging markets up 4.8. And again, that's through Friday. Now, again, that beats the crap out of CDs, right? So even at the 4 or 5%. It's where you got to go. We're going to have ups and downs. Think about it. Even our own life, things are down. We have bad years. We have good years. I was just talking to the engineer during the break. I said, listen, the past couple of years have been tough. We're going into 2024. I like even numbers. We're going to go in. We're going to be positive. We're going to make it happen. We got a lot of big things. Presidential election. God willing, that we've got some good change coming down the pike, because what's happening now is just the fires are just all over the place, whether you're talking inflation, even though it's come down, but we're still having bad things. We're going to see what this Christmas season looks like. Wars, Hunter, whatever. We want to keep this on a very positive note, so I'm not going to go down that road, but we're going to go into 2022 really positive. So let's take a look at what else we got going on here. So it's year-end financial to-dos for those with college students. And I know we talked about it, but I'm in the mindset, it's all in my brain, because my daughter is graduating this year, and she's going to be going to college, and there's a lot of things to do. So we'll start with the 529s, and yes, of course, being a financial advisor, I started my daughter's 529 literally as soon as we got her social security number, bam, it went into play. And you don't have to have a lot to do a lot. So, I think we started with like $50 a month and just ratcheted it up and threw in money whenever we could. Or if our child if our daughter got any types of gifts and stuff like that. We had two things. We had the UTMA for her, Uniform Transfer to Minors Act, and we also had the 529. So, things like maybe for her communion, confirmation, we'd throw that into her UTMA account for something that she can have down the line, buying a house. Well, she has a car. Grandma was nice enough to do that for her, so she was very blessed. But anything that she has, so that'll be money for her. And then the 529, we would throw money in there that maybe she got or she earned or whatever the case may be, just to kind of bolster that. And needless to say, we put money into it every single year. And being in New York and using the New York State plan, you get a state tax deduction. So it's really a great distribution. Deadlines are 12/31, so you still can open up a 529 and get that state tax deduction beneficial. Tax benefit, I should say. And, if you have one, you can pop money in there as well. So it's really a good way to help your kids and not to do it where it's as overwhelming. And it's going to be a negotiation. I'm going to tell her, listen, this is what we got to offer. This is where you want to go. Either you're going to have student loans and you have to pay, or maybe we're going to be able to offer a lot of money. So it's a negotiating tool for the kids too. And don't forget, new tax law changes that if you do oversave, or God forbid your kid doesn't go to college, you can now put that money into a Roth and not have to lose that tax benefit. So grandparents too, it's a way, if you want to get money out of your estate, you can put money into a 529. So a lot of things. Call the office if you have questions. But the one major change is financial aid form. If you have students enrolling for college for the 2024-2025 school year, which is what we have right now, the FAFSA open date has been moved from October 1st to December 31st. So again, regardless of what you make in terms of an income, fill out that FAFSA form. This is going to be important for scholarships, grants, anything like that. Just get it in there. And apparently they've streamlined it. I guess we'll find out on December 31st when it comes out. But that it used to be very, very harrowing experience to do the financial aid form. But apparently the time commitment caused many people to just not do it, but now the new form is reported to be as few as 18 questions and takes less than 10 minutes to complete. So I will, when that opens up, I will give you some more information on that, but it just gives you more fuel for the fire that just do it, and go for those scholarships. Start, I'm going to talk probably more about that as we go along. I will share my experiences with you. and we'll get through this together. So a lot of fun. What else is happening? RMDs. Hopefully by this point, this is December 15th, you've taken out your RMDs, whether it's you're of age or if you have a beneficiary IRA or an inherited IRA. But one thing that has changed, well, there's a bunch of things that changed, but the one thing that has changed, I'm going to give you the years. So if you were born 1951 to 1959, you are going to be taking your first required minimum distribution at age 73. Some of you, if you're still back in the olden days, 70 and a half is gone. So they've moved it up. So we went from 70 and a half to 72, and now we have 73 as the new year, or the new age for RMDs, required minimum distributions from your IRA accounts. And if you happen to be, just in terms of future planning, born after 1960, then your age, believe it or not, has moved up to 75. So that means you don't have to take any money out of your traditional IRAs, 401ks until age 75. So again, a lot of confusion going there. They're just making a lot of changes, and it's a lot of work for us, to keep everything compartmentalized. But that's what we do for our clients here at the office with Diversified Financial Solutions. So let us do that stuff for you. Let us do the heavy lifting. That's what we're here for, to make sure to keep you out of trouble. Although they've reduced the penalties for not taking the proper RMD, there's still penalties. So let's not do that. Let's keep the money we earn. That's what it's all about. We work hard for it, right? All right, just a little fun thing that's kind of interesting. Every year, USA Today does the how much would the 12 days of Christmas gifts cost in 2023? So, the 5 golden rings, blah, blah, blah. You know the song. I'm not going to sing the song. But the cost of giving your true love every item from the 12 days of Christmas increased by 2.7% this year, which is good news. So the combined cost for the dozen gifts featured in the final verse of the famed Christmas carol totals $46,730. That's $1,207 higher than it was last year's price tags. And this is according to the 40th annual PNC Christmas Price Index. So while the true cost of Christmas was calculated, buying all the gifts with first year, just to give it a guideline, I guess, or a marking, that it passed $200,000. So that's kind of crazy. So, inflation obviously did affect some things, but some of the gifts had no change. The one that had the most increase was because of the rarity, the doves. The turtle doves actually increased by a stunning 25%. So it's kind of interesting. It's just like the market, where I talked about before. There are some things like technology stocks or consumer discretionary stocks are up anywhere between 50 and 37% year to date. But if you look at something like energy, down 4%, consumer staples down 2%, and utilities down 7%. So it's all over the board. If you're not rebalancing your accounts, you should be. If you don't know how, call me. And basically, that's where we're at. So I hope that everybody is going to have a great weekend. I'm sure we're going to all be out in the malls and on the streets, so be careful out there driving. And reminder for anybody, we have the Sound Healing event with Power of Women Exchanging Resources tomorrow from 3 to 5. If you just want to take a break from the hectic chaos, go to powernychapter.com to get more information. And it's very interesting. This is an anonymous. On that note, I want to thank you all for listening. Continued prayers and peace and stability in the world for each and every one of us. Let's do better, be better. Have a great weekend. See you next Friday. All right. Does anyone else feel like they're driving or riding a treadmill at top speeds and they can't get off? That's what I feel like. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you got some good information. And next week, I'm going to have my staff on the radio, and we're going to just kind of do a laid-back Christmas show, talk about the year, talk about whatever. We don't really know yet, but it's going to be a good show nonetheless. But so tune in next week. Have a great weekend. And for those enjoying the last night of Hanukkah, I hope you have a wonderful evening. Have a great weekend. Bye.